Hi Stamping friends, it's Sherry Parker coming to you live on January 22nd, Wednesday. Today happens to be my mom's birthday, so happy birthday, Mom. I'm not sure if she's watching or not. But I am so glad to be back because it has been quite a journey the last 6 weeks. It's been 6 weeks since I did a Facebook Live. So do let me know if you do join. Since I've been gone a while, I'm not sure if anyone will even know about this. Lots happened with the holidays, and I got pneumonia. I was out for a few weeks. And then my Facebook got hacked. So some of you already know this, but it was several weeks ago. I woke up one morning and hackers had taken over my account and locked me out, and I couldn't get into my Facebook business page either. So I tried all kinds of things, but they had set up that two-factor verification, so there was no way for me to get access. I actually hired a company to help me. So anyway, I got it back, and today I actually had it on my phone for the first time, so I'm able to do this Facebook Live. So thank you if you're joining. I do appreciate it, and after having been gone for so long, I'm a little rusty probably, so let's hope this goes okay. But I do have some fun things to show you tonight because the new mini catalog and celebration, everything is live now. Before, the last time I was on, it was not, so I couldn't show you anything, but now I can. Just to mention that celebration is going on through the end of February. It's great. For every $60 you spend, you get a free celebration item. So there's really great items in there. This is what the celebration catalog looks like. So if you didn't get one of these in the mail and you don't like to look at stuff online, let me know and I can get one to you. So that's coming up. Also want to mention that Susie Brunk and I are having our annual celebration stamp camp on February 22nd. So I've sent out information to my email list. If that's something that interests you and you don't know anything about it, please message me and I will send you some information. It's a lot of fun. And you'll make 18 cards and spend the afternoon or morning with some other stamping friends. So, okay, that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Like I said, I'm happy to be back and thank you for watching and let me know you're here. All right, let's turn this around. All right, so the new mini catalog looks like this. Hopefully you got one in the mail. If not, just like the celebration catalog, let me know and I'll get one to you, okay? But lots of really pretty stuff. Today we're gonna use this wonderful new suite. It's called Floral Delight. And hey Karen, thank you for joining in and letting me know you're here. But you can see it's just really, really pretty and springy, yellows and blues and some greens, which I love. I'm ready for spring. Hey Joyce, thanks for joining. Because it is so cold here in Ohio. I think this morning it was -2 when I had to take my dog for a walk. That was not very pleasant. So I'm thinking spring here. And anything to not think about cold, I'm all in. So we're gonna be using this suite, products from this suite tonight. And so I'll show you in just a second here what we're gonna make. So one of my very favorite products from that suite is this vellum. It's called Floral and Gingham Vellum. You can see I've already used a lot of it, but it's just beautiful. So, you know, it's transparent, and which is wonderful when you're making cards and projects. And you don't even need to use a ton of it. You can just use a little accent piece, and it really does add a lot to your projects. So I wanted to call that out because this is one of my favorite new things in the mini. So as I mentioned, we're gonna use these. Hey Donna, thanks for joining. We're gonna use these two items from that suite. This is the bundle called Delightful Wishes. So it comes with a stamp set and then the die cuts here. And the dies we'll be using tonight are these right here, the word wishing. And then I know Donna's on, but on Monday I had a class and everyone made this. It was a mystery hostess event. A lot of fun, and I'll be having another one in February on President's Day. You do have to sign up, register in order to come, so let me know if you're interested in that. So lots going on in February. We have Mystery Hostess on I think it's the 5th, oh gosh, I don't know, sorry, off the top of my head, President's Day. And then Stamp Camp that Saturday, the 22nd. So anyway, this is a card we made, and we used the Designer Series paper that's called Floral Delight, and then we used some of that vellum there. So, but tonight we're gonna make something different. So I was inspired. I received this card in the mail last year for my birthday from Cheryl Bren, and I really, really liked it. And not only because it's the pretty colors, but it's a cool fun fold. So it has what I'm calling a binder fun fold. So it has, like, if you think of a book binder on the side here. So it's just a slightly different fold, and then you have a small little area on the inside to write. But I really thought it was a cute, clever fold. So we're going to use this fold. So thank you, Cheryl, for that. And we'll get started. This is what we're going to make tonight. So using that wonderful, Delightful Wishes bundle, we'll make that really cute fun fold. And here I'm using the vellum. You can see that in the background there. Okay, to get started, first thing you're gonna need to do is take a half sheet of 8.5 by 11. So this would be 4 1/4 by 8.5. Okay, and then on the long side, you're gonna do some scoring. So if you want these dimensions and score, I have a little thing I can send to you, or if you want, you can take a screenshot of it right here. So essentially it gives you the dimensions and where you need to score, and then the different paper sizes. So that's what we're gonna be using tonight. So it's real simple. I'm using my wonderful favorite scoring tool here, and you're going to score 5 1/2. So that's the traditional, like, half of a card. And then you'll score again at 6 1/2, and then at 8 3/4. Okay, so that's all there is to it. I've got 3 score lines in there. And then I'll just set that aside because we're done scoring. Okay, I think it helps to have a bone folder, and then that way you can get a nice crease. So I'm gonna crease the half, and then I'm gonna crease this way because this is gonna create our little book binder. So if you think about it like that, and then this piece here will fold out, and that's gonna be the base of our card. So first thing we'll do is go ahead and stick this down. We will use some of our Stamp and Seal, and hopefully I picked the one that's not out. I think one of them's out, but I'm gonna simply put some adhesive here and then glue that down, and that's creating our little book binder, okay? And then next I've got some pieces of Designer Series paper. These were also in that sheet that I showed you. So this piece here is 3/4 inch by 4, and then this piece is 3/4 by 4, and they're just gonna go right there. So we'll put those on the card base. Again, you can use just little pieces of your Designer Series paper. You don't have to use a ton, and it gives such a nice look to your cards. So that we've got our Designer Series paper down, and then the next thing we'll do is take a piece, this is white, basic white cardstock, and it's 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And we're simply going to attach it to this flap. So I'm gonna put my adhesive on the flap, and then position the white paper kind of where, you know, where I want it. So I'm gonna center it kind of like so. Okay, so that's really all there is to the card base. And then you decorate it, of course. So I've got this beautiful vellum, and it's 3 by 4. And don't worry about using adhesive. Our adhesive does not show through. So once you tape it on, you won't even see it, which is kind of cool. So depending on what color you put this over, it'll, you know, change because it's vellum and see-through. So there is the card base. So we'll go ahead and set that aside. And then next we're going to make the focal point here, and we're using the wishing die cuts. So This is a 2-layered die cut, and you'll see that I did it a couple different ways. So the word is very thin here, and there's 2 dots for the eyes. So one thing I would recommend is for this piece here to use our adhesive sheets, and then what you would do is simply attach your adhesive sheet to, in this case, you know, whatever color cards, like white or whatever, and then you would run this through your die cut machine, and then you would have sticky on the back of that. So you don't have to worry about gluing it. I find that's the easiest thing. And then the one watch out would be just to make sure that when you're taking out your dies, because you've got your 2 eyes, just be real careful when you're poking through, and just make sure that you don't lose those, because they're very easy to lose. So for this one, I went ahead and I did it, and I did the thicker part in the Lemon Lolly, and then the thinner piece I used Pool Party. So I've done it a few different ways. You'll have to tell me which way you like. So I've done it white on yellow, white on Pool Party, and then I did Pool Party in yellow. I think I like this the best, so you'll have to let me know what you think. And remember, if you comment on or share this video, you will have an opportunity to win the card I make. I do that every time. Since it's been a while since I've been live, haven't done it lately, but I'm anxious to get some cards in the mail. So I've got my wishing. So again, I just ran those through the die cut machine. And then for the base where the flower is, I used the Nested Essentials. These dies, they look a little bit messy in here, but these are awesome dies. They've got these rounded rectangles, which I'm using. They've got a banner, and then they have this really fun diamond shape. So we use that to stamp our flowers. And with this one, when I first got it, I did struggle a little bit lining this particular one up, just because it's hard to tell sometimes, especially if you use lighter colors. So what I would recommend is before I put it on the block, I just kind of make sure that I'm positioning them kind of the same way. So here I put a dot just so I know what's up and you know what's down, and that makes it a little bit easier to line up. So I'm going to first stamp using Lemon Lolly ink. It's a really pale yellow. I'm going to stamp the underneath part of the flower. You can see that. And then using the Daffodil Delight, so it's slightly darker, I'll take the accent piece, and then I'm going to try to line it up as best I can on top. Okay, so not too bad, but I do think having a little dot or something does help. So that's my little cheat sheet for that. Then for the stem, I'm going to use Old Olive and stamp it as kind of built so that it lines up to your flowers, and it even has a gap where there's a flower, so you don't have to do any masking or anything. And then the leaves, it's the same way. Oh, thank you. You like the Pool Party on the lemon? Yeah, I do too, Karen. I think that looks kind of fun. And then I just put my leaves on top. Now, they're not lined up perfectly, but I really don't think it matters. So we've got our flowers, and then I love to give them a little sparkle. So we use some of our Wink of Stella, and we'll give them a little bit of shimmer. Makes it nice and springy and shimmery. Okay, so that is the base of our card front. So we'll go ahead and position that on here. Just use some dimensionals and position that pretty much centered. I was going to show you too that I think the card would even be pretty like this. You know, it could just be plain, and you could just, it could be a note card. But if you wanted to add the wishing, here's the one that I just made up right before this. And I'll use some dimensionals. I'm going to use the mini dimensionals just because it's a fairly narrow word. And then there's a couple areas where the cursive fancy part comes together, and you can fit some glue dots on those. Not glue dots, sorry. mini dimensionals. I sometimes use those words interchangeably. It's the fun part of getting old, I guess. So I'm going to position this, and I'm going to want to make sure that my H isn't hanging off too much because I do want it to fit into an envelope. So I'm just going to kind of keep an eye on that. So there's my wishing. And then I have a little bow here. And this is the Daffodil Delight ribbon that's in the new mini catalog. One thing about this is it's not available already, so go figure. But you know, you could substitute really any ribbon. So if you are interested in the suite itself, at least as of yesterday, was not available, only because the ribbon wasn't available, but everything else was. So just wanted to mention that. So put a little ribbon there, and then we'll do our greeting. And there's some different greetings that come with this set. So that's the beauty of it. It's pretty versatile. So it could, you know, be like, I miss you, happy birthday, whatever you want, someone to get well. So I'm gonna take it, this is just a really thin strip of Lemon Lolly. I think it's about a 1/2 inch. And using that Pool Party ink, I'm gonna just have it say, you all the best. So wishing you all the best. And then I'll just simply snip that. And I angled it, but you know, you could go straight, you could come in, do a divot, whatever you like. I find the angles easy and you don't have to worry about lining them up. Hey, Donna Marshall. Thank you for joining. All right, and then we'll simply just put these on, these dimensionals. And voila, stuck to my finger. I'll put it down here. So again, a really easy, fun fold card with this little binder, the extra thing, but really, really cute. Stuck to my ribbon here. So I did want to show you. So I used the colors that came with this bundle, the blue and the yellow, but I also made one using pink because I wanted to show that you don't necessarily have to get the suite. So I used Pretty in Pink in color paper, and I did also use this gingham vellum, but I just changed up the colors and you get a different looking card. So you'll have to let me know, do you like pink or yellow? I don't know, I'm torn, but I do like pink. So anyway, I think they're both kind of fun. So that is our card tonight. I'm so happy that you could join me and that you're here with me on the day I actually got my Facebook back, because that was quite an ordeal trying to get that back. So I hope it never happens to you. My public service announcement to you would be to make sure you change your passwords on a regular basis. You know, keep something separate where you track what your passwords are, and do 2-factor verification for anything that you do online, because there are people out there just waiting to scam you. So protect yourself from that, and I hope it doesn't happen to you. Learn from my mistakes. So please comment on or share this video. You could win this card, and I will draw in a couple days. And thanks again for joining me. I've missed being here and talking to some of you, so appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and Happy New Year. Take care. Bye.